supporters of the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party in the state, they have continued to react to the Court of Appeal judgment that nullified the election of Caleb Mutfwang of the People's Democratic Party and affirmed the All Progressives Congress candidate Nantawe Yilwalda as the duly winner of the March 18th governorship elections. Well, our Rise correspondent, Douglas Francis, has the update on this.
The Plateau State capital is agog this morning at this flyover Secretariat Junction with supporters of the All Progressive Congress celebrating the Court of Appeal judgment that affirmed Nantawe Yilwalda as the duly elected governor of the state, having nullified the election of Caleb Mutfwang of the People's Democratic Party. The supporters here are gathered celebrating the success story. Some of the supporters are of the opinion that the Court of Appeal was right in nullifying the election of the PDP candidate, with the fact that the party never obeyed the court judgment following its Congress that it conducted in 2000 and a repeat in 2021. This, that the APC, while filing its case, brought to the notice of the court. And the court, in its wisdom, had their case and nullified the election. The state has been quiet since, with mixed feelings from both the supporters of the APC and that of the PDP. Gathered here this morning as security personnel on ground to forestall any possible breakdown of law and order. As it is, the PDP, some of their supporters expressed dismay with the Court of Appeal judgment. Those said they will appeal the judgment. Yes, your party candidate, Nantawe Yilwalda, has been affirmed as the duly elected governor of Plateau State. As the women leader, what do you make out of this?
First and foremost, you can see our faces. We're all elated. People are super happy and happy about it. But the truth of the matter is, we have been expectant of this, knowing that there's just no way a lower court could rule a judgment of the higher court. So we were already expectant. People are jubilant and happy, and we know the quality of person we have presented. So Plateau State is going to transform and take a new dimension.
As you can see me, I'm more excited, happy. Today is like a Christmas day to me. Today is even more than my birthday. As you can see people behind me, they are celebrating the victory of the Nantawe. This is a man that has a heart for Plateau, and that's why you can see celebration anywhere. They said they are going to cause problem on the Plateau, but today you turn out to be a celebration. Everything turned out to be a jubilation. Everybody is celebrating the victory of Dr. Nantawe. To the other people are happy. To the other community are happy. Thank you, Court of Appeal. Thank you, Court of Justice.
Seriously, I am very, very happy with the appeal court judgment, because that is what I am expecting as a party faithful of APC. Seriously, I am very, very happy. I believe that we trust the judiciary, and we pray that even if they headed to the Supreme Court, I believe that the God that delivered us in the appeal court, we will still deliver us in the Supreme Court.
We don't want to know about what they said. Us, we vote for PDP. If INEC knew that we have problem, they should have not include our name in the ballot paper. People of Plateau State came out in mass and vote for PDP. And that's what we want. We don't need anybody. It's PDP that we need. That's all.
Still on the issue, Plateau State Commissioner of Information, Musa Ashoms, joins us now to speak on the situation in the state. This follows the judgment of the Court of Appeal. Good to have you on Arise News, Mr. Ashoms. Now, can you reflect on the legal narratives leading to this ruling removing Governor Mutfwang from office?
First of all, I want to thank Arise TV for this opportunity to hear our own side of the story. We are not here to question the ratio decidendi of the appeal court. In other matters, you could hear that those that took parties other than theirs to court are called meddlesome interlopers. But in our own case, the APC even got ruling. But that is not a problem, because there is a higher court. There is a Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which has given stare decisis cases like this. By that, I mean they've decided on cases that are similar than like ours. In 2021, we had Senator Tunde Ogbeha with Barrister Mohamed Indeyako and with Honorable Chief Patrick Ogbu. They are not from Plateau State. These are persons that have called from Benue, from Kogi, and of course from Niger State. And alongside 8 persons on the Plateau to form the caretaker committee of the PDP on the Plateau. That is in 2021. This set of persons wrote the INEC and gave them 21 days notice. And in Langfield, Rayfield, Jos South local government area of Plateau State in 2021, not 2022, not 2023, we had our repeat congresses in respect to the court order asking the PDP to go back and conduct congresses. And when people say we do not have structures, we are not complaining about our own structure. For example, I come from a ward called Zandi in Jos East local government. The chairman of my ward is Azi Taylor. If you go to INEC, if you go to PDP Secretariat, you will find this name. I come from Jos East Local Government Council. If you go to our local government area, you will find Izang Ishaya. We had litigations, we went to court, it was resolved. In the congresses we had in Langfield, there were 3 contestants for the chairmanship position of PDP in Plateau State. Ongo Monica Gom, Honorable Bitrus Kaze, and Honorable Chris Aduchukuteli Hassan. At the end of the day, Chris Hassan became chairman. And today we are surprised that the APC say we do not have a structure. And we have classical examples in the courts already. We know that the courts are going to be courts of justice. The Supreme Court is going to interpret this case. All courts cannot interpret the matters in the same manner. We know that the Supreme Court is going to interpret this matter for us. We have structure. Barrister Caleb Mutfwang was overwhelmingly voted by Plateau people, and their vote cannot be taken away from the courts of law. If your elections are won at the polling units, except if it becomes necessary before people go to court. But the judgment has been given to the APC in the Court of Appeal. Glory to God, that's not the end of this matter. We are going to make our lawyers to write an appeal, and we will approach the Supreme Court and they will interpret the matter. Like I said, there are examples already. Atiku versus Shetima, Obi versus Tinubu. We've had a situation in Imo State where the APC and Labour Party questioned the nomination of Ogo-Imo Chinyere. And at the end of the day, the Court of Appeal gave him. We have Askira Uba Hawul Federal Constituency in Borno, where the APC questioned the legitimacy of the PDP candidate. And the Court of Appeal said it is a local matter, it is primary elections. In the primary elections that brought Governor Caleb Mutfwang, a lot of credible Nigerians, bankers, generals in the army, people that have done well for themselves, that are doing well, contested and they didn't go to court. So I wonder why some people that are outside our jurisdiction, outside our political party, will come and say we should put our television set in our sitting room in a particular manner. I don't think that is right. We've heard these cases over and over, and as it is right now, we've won them at the polling units, we've won them at the tribunal, they've gotten judgment at the Court of Appeal. We are hoping and praying that the Supreme Court has set a standard already, because the electoral law stipulates how elections should be, how electoral matters should be pursued. 14 days after primary election, nobody in the PDP on the Plateau took us to court. Even the cases they are referring to, we've had congresses after them. So I wonder why people will be using those negative references. We're not complaining about what has happened in our house, so nobody should complain. Plateau people have made their choice. They are going with the time is now captain. They are going with the Green is Land leader. And it is Barrister Caleb Mutfwang that their heart melts for. It is the man that they know has the capacity, the capability, the competence to lead Plateau. And you can see the foundation we are laying on the Plateau already. So it is appalling, it is disheartening that APC will now talk about the PDP on the Plateau. Go and make your inquiries. You have a reporter on the Plateau. The APC does not have a structure. It is not our business. The man that is chairing APC on the Plateau never bought form to become chairman of his political party. The governorship primaries on the Plateau, that of APC, from 1979, the Plateau people started going to the ballot booth to vote, to the polling units. We've never had a sham or a charade like the one that happened on the Plateau. They took them to court, but in our own case, nobody took anybody to court. People won overwhelmingly. And like I said, the situation can be remedied. We have the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes.
It will remedy the situation. Like I
Yes.
said, we have stare decisis.
All right, yes, and it's a 60-day window left for that Supreme Court ruling. But it's not just a lack of structure, if I'm understanding. It's the fact that there were no congresses held in more than 10 of the local government areas. Out of 17, only 5 reportedly were held. But my real question is, what will the impact of this judgment be on the Plateau State indigents in lieu of this Supreme Court that you're kicking it up to the Supreme Court as well? What is this transition or this mid-period? What is it going to look like for the lives of the average Plateau citizen?
Yeah, first of all, I want to correct the erroneous position that congresses didn't take place in the 17 local governments. It did take place. We have it on record. INEC monitored all of it. Surprisingly, the courts have made their choices. Like I said in my opening gambit, that we are not here to question the ratio decidendi of the Court of Appeal. Plateau people are heartbroken, but we have told them, the governor has given them his words, that it is a temporary setback, that they should look forward to a better Plateau State, a Plateau State where we'll give them purposeful leadership. For those that feel and think that they've come to take over power, they will have to wait for at least 4 years in the first instance before we get another 4, which will make it 8 by the special grace of God and the votes of Plateau people. Plateau people are appalled. Plateau people are disheartening. They feel their mandate has been taken. But we've told them that this is just about a process. There are 3 layers to governorship tribunal, to governorship petitions, where you start from the tribunal to the Court of Appeal, and the last layer will be the Supreme Court. And we've had cases that the issue of structure, the issue of nomination, the issue of fielding a candidate have been dealt with already. That is why we say there are stare decisis. And the Supreme Court on this matter, we know we're not going to go home the way the Court of Appeal sent us home. So don't worry, Plateau people, be calm. The governor is poised at changing the narrative on the Plateau. You can see the development back at home. So be resolute, be law-abiding, and understand that sometimes these setbacks come, but in our own matter, it is temporary. We're going to come out of it stronger and better, and Plateau State will be greater.
All right, Mr. Ashoms, do you think Governor Mutfwang's legal team did enough to defend his position in court regarding Mr. Goswe's prayers and claims? And are they going to be the same ones representing him at the Supreme Court?
We do not have any issue with our lawyers. It's just that different courts have different interpretations for the same matter. And like I told you, Justice Chioma Iheme, not long ago, made a clear judgment on Askira Uba Hawul Federal Constituency, where she said the tribunal and the Court of Appeal does not have jurisdiction to talk about fielding of candidates, the nomination of candidates. But these justices, in their benevolence, if you notice what they said in our views. But like I told you, I'm not here to question all those issues. The lawyers understand our issues. The precedents is there already. We're not going to change them. Maybe because of the matter is wonderful, maybe other lawyers will even come and join ranks with our lawyers so that we see that justice is gotten at the end of the day. You know, the Supreme Court is not a court where you find people ruling based on sentiments, based on divisions, based on ideology. It is based on the law. The law is there to guide us. The grand norm of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, is going to be the guiding principle. It's going to be the document that will guide us. And again, at the end of the day, Plateau State will be better, and people will be happy that they gave their mandate to Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang wholeheartedly. When you say duly elected, sometimes I wonder if people will just get somebody's certificate and they will claim that they were duly elected. Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang was overwhelmingly duly and democratically elected by Plateau people. So the wish and will of Plateau people will prevail at the end of the day.
So what is the way forward now, especially for the PDP? It seems like they've been getting somewhat of a beating, politically speaking, especially within the elections. But what's the way forward now, especially if playing devil's advocate, the ruling does not come back from the Supreme Court as one would like, your party would like? Would you be willing to work with the current state of government in order to make Plateau State move forward?
And the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that we know is a home for justice. It is the highest court. In Hausa, they call it Kotun Allah Isa. It means whatever happens there, there's nothing you can do but to return to the will of God. So the Supreme Court is going to give us judgment. We are hopeful. We know that with what we have on ground and with judgments they have ruled on similar matters in this country, they are going to do it in our favor. So we do not have any doubt that the Supreme Court is going to go antipodal to the reality on ground, to the facts, to the issues on ground. So basically, we have not given it a different thought. We have not given it a negative thought. That is why we are approaching the court. In our own matter, we have a remedy, which is the Supreme Court.
All right, Mr. Ashoms, what has been the PDP's position in the state regarding this setback?
The PDP has called on Plateau sons and daughters, lovers of democracy, lovers of our motto, form of peace and tourism, to remain calm because they feel the mandate we gave to our National Assembly members has been snatched. And we wonder if people can stand in the hallowed chamber and raise their voices and call it constituencies and say member representing as if they got the votes. But as a party, we have gone back to look at the things we need to give Plateau State, especially with the position that we have, which is that of the governor. Because the governor is a very powerful seat in Nigeria. It can change a lot of things. And we want to change the fortunes of our people. Plateau State is in dire need of help, especially with the way the APC treated it in the last 8 years. Plateau State is sick. Plateau State is in oxygen. And we thank God that the government of His Excellency, the time is now government of Plateau State under the leadership, the capable and able leadership of His Excellency Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang, is giving it some oxygen, is giving it some life, some lease of life. And people are beginning to see that governance can work after the break that we went in the last 8 years. So basically, the party at home on the Plateau is calling on people to calm their nerves so that we do not set our state on fire, because if we make our state ungovernable, it's going to affect all of us. If Plateau State is working, it's going to work for all of us. So we prefer it to work because we have demand that will make it work in the helms of affairs.
Amidst all of this political wrangling, do you fear for the peace and tranquility in Plateau State?
When I was coming from just this morning, even yesterday and the day before, you could see that all the flashpoints, security have manned them. If not, I think people would have come out to demonstrate because they felt their rights have been raped, their votes have been kidnapped. They feel there has been some level of political banditry by what has happened. But we have told them that it is not the end. It is not Uhuru yet for our opponents, for the opposition, that there is succor at the end, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and the Supreme Court is going to determine whatever it is that is going to happen. So they shouldn't take the laws into their hands, because if you do that, you're going to make Plateau State ungovernable, you're going to make our economy to go down, you're going to make businesses to be shut down, you're going to make a lot of things to close up. So we have advised our people. The governor has released a statement to calm nerves, to bring people to the understanding that this is just but a temporary setback, that we will bounce back and give our people purposeful leadership and give them the leadership that Plateau State deserves.
Indeed.
So there's no cause for alarm.
All right. Musa Ashoms, Plateau State Commissioner of Information, would like to thank you for your thoughts on the appeal court ruling nullifying the election of Caleb Mutfwang as governor of Plateau State, and of course your optimism towards your conduct at the Supreme Court. I'd like to thank you for that.